Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Down. My name is Regina Lena, and I am so excited for all of you to be with us today. I'm more excited. I don't know if it's because it's the first time that I've had a French Canadian on the show, or if it's because it's our guest. But I am really excited to introduce all of you to our Mrs. Galaxy Acadian Peninsula 2020-21, Irène McLaughlin. Hello, Irène.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Okay, I know your sash says a different title. Can you please tell us what your title really is?
Yes, it's in French, so maybe it's easy to translate. Title is Mrs. Galaxy Péninsule Acadienne 2020-2021.
You just make it sound so pretty.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
So, Irène, there's a lot of people who may not know you who are watching today's episode. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm 36 years old. I'm from the north of New Brunswick, from the region of the Acadian Peninsula, like my title says. I'm from Saint-Isidore. It's a small town, and I'm French Canadian. I'm a mother of a 15 years old boy, Felix. And yeah, so that's pretty me.
I love that. So your son is 15. Has he been doing virtual schooling?
Yes, yeah. Well, they were going like a day in and a day off, and so it was depend on they were divided by alphabetical order. Mm-hmm. So a group A going on a day and a group B going on the other day. But that went really good. At the beginning, it was like not really how they're gonna do, how they're gonna be organized. Mm-hmm. But after, the second semester was really easier for me and for him because, he likes that a lot. Mm-hmm. He's a gamer, so he was at stay home. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, Felix, if you're watching, hello. So actually, someone who is watching is Elizabeth Marnock. She says, hello, ladies. Hello, Elizabeth. Thanks for joining us. And so, Irène, you are a full-time mom, as it sounds like, and you're competing for a pageant. What made you want to compete in pageantry?
Geez, it's an easy question because for me it's my passion because I like the sisterhood that come with pageant, and I like really everything around that, like being on stage. I really like that, and I really like the empowering mm-hmm. woman part of the pageant, and that helped really. It sounds maybe cheesy, but it helped build confidence, and that's really why I entered in pageant at first time. I started when I was 16, so it's been 20 years now that I'm doing pageant. So not every year, but I've been in the circle for a bit now.
That is amazing. So, you're a veteran. So
yeah,
is this your first Mrs. pageant, or have you done Mrs. pageants before?
No, that's gonna be the first Mrs. I done the Ms. A couple of years later, but when I got married, I switched to Mrs.
That's exciting. Mm-hmm. So how long has it been then since you've last been on stage?
The last one that I did was for a local pageant here. It was for the festival, the Acadian Festival. It was in Bouctouche in the south of New Brunswick, and it was like in 2018. It was the last time I've been on stage, and I won first runner-up that time, so it was a really good experience.
Well, watch out, ladies. Here she comes. I love that. There's something about the Mrs. division that I'm so inspired by. I love hearing everyone's stories of people who I've met who either this is their first pageant or they're returning and they've done all the Miss and the Ms. pageants in the past. So I am so excited to see you come back on stage as Mrs. Galaxy Péninsule Acadienne. Did I say that right?
Yeah. It was perfect.
I'm trying. I'll be a pro at the end of this.
at the end of the day. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, Sarah Edmonds is here. She says hello as well. Hi, ladies. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for being there. Thank you.
Yes, and if anyone has any questions for Irene, make sure you leave them in the live chats below, and I will be sure to ask her. I do have a question from Instagram, and the question is, your son, does he approve of you competing?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, it doesn't come every time I compete because, like I said, he's a gamer, but I think, right in his heart, he's proud of his mom. I think that, I hope that, but yes, he's okay with that.
That's amazing. Because I know how sometimes teenage boys are. They're like, oh, mom, you're so embarrassing. So it's great
Yeah.
that he supports you 100%.
Yeah, but he's just starting that phase,
Oh.
right? Yeah, he's just starting that. Like, he was always like, never mind if I'm going to bring him to school, but he kind of start like doing, not doing, but he start like acting a little bit like that.
Oh,
But
boy.
no, he's pretty supportive. The last time I was in Moncton for a pageant, he came with my father and my dad and my mom, and yeah, so he followed me a little bit. He questioned a little bit about it.
Well, maybe he's curious about it. That's why.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's
Yeah.
great that you have the support and your husband supports you as well. So I think that, it takes a village, and especially when mom is gone for the weekend or the week, all hands on deck,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, really.
Well,
You have to. Yeah.
that's amazing. And another question from Instagram is, what is your favorite thing about pageantry?
For me, my favorite thing is really like meeting other women and women that have the same vision like me, like to change the community a little by little, and that's what I really enjoy in pageantry, like meeting new people, and those friendships stay like forever after that.
Mhm.
So that's the thing that's really important. The crown is something, the sash is something, but it's not always going to be there. If you win the year after, you have to give your title, but if a friendship, you don't give it after. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
that's stay there.
Or if you're a queen during a pandemic, it gets extended.
Yeah, like you. But that's
It has
you
its
have more
benefits.
time to you have more time to do your thing, and that's amazing.
Yeah, well, you also had the extra time to prepare for Canada Galaxy on your end. What has it been like for you to prepare for this pageant during a pandemic?
The hardest part I found was really to find like the wardrobe, because down here we don't have like a big fashion designer that we can go to, and you don't have like we have like a lot of beautiful evening gown store that's really nice for that, but for the more the fashion part, it's really hard to find, and that was a thing that was not easy for me to found, because I had a fashion designer from Tracadie, New Brunswick, who was living in Montreal, and I contacted her before all that happened, and she said she wanted to design things for me, but with the pandemic, I just couldn't go to Montreal, and she couldn't send me things, so that was the hardest part. But instead of that, like the practice, I hired a coach for that pageant. I never had a coach before, and she really helped me. It's Maria Giornando, and she really helped me with my interview, my walks, and my platform. So that was a part that it was easier for me to do.
Awesome.
During the pandemic.
No, that's great. You were also able to still use this time to virtually connect with a coach, which I think is amazing. And I'm excited to see what fashion you pull through in a few months. I honestly cannot wait for this fashion show, especially because I know everyone's had so much extra time to put outfits together. It's literally
Yeah.
going to be like Fashion Week, but pageant style.
Yeah, going to be good to see everybody like how they work for that.
I cannot wait. And I cannot wait to see everyone on stage because, like you said, you need to really focus on yourself and get a coach. So I can't wait. And I know that I've actually judged you for a virtual pageant and you did amazing. What is it like, I guess, doing a virtual pageant when you've done so many years on stage in person?
It was really different for the preparation because, we receive like all of the things we have to do before, and we have to send like, in this one we have to send like an essay, and we have to send a picture, and we did the interview virtually, so that's really different. When the interview is my biggest fear. It's not that I'm not good, because it's just that not that I'm not good, it's not what I want to say, but with the stress and everything when it's time to translate. So I was a little bit nervous because it was my first one really in English, like virtually. I done 2 virtual pageant in French for a fundraiser here. The interview wasn't the same, I didn't have the same stress, but the competition went really well, and it's really like you don't have the one-on-one connection, so that's hard, but it was a good experience. Like, I would do it again if I can. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I know you were stressed about interview, but you're doing great today. I mean, there's I think you're doing amazing. Your English is spectacular. Trust me, your English is better if I attempted to speak French. So
thank you very much. It's not easy. Like, it's just not, it's the fear of not being like understood, or it's just using the wrong word, like, or the wrong verb. That's really like stress me, and I don't want to sound like not prepared, because I know what I want to say. That's the biggest fear I had. And I know when I'm gonna go to Galaxy, we only have like 3 minutes interview, so I have to like translate everything there like really fast.
Well, maybe, hopefully after today's interview, you'll be a little bit more confident, because I see it, the ladies in the chat and whoever's watching sees it as well. So don't stress about it. Like I said, your English is way better than if I attempted at French. So you got one above me.
Pretty
No, I can't even see the city that you're from. Trust me, my French is it's gone. It left in grade 9. But Nicole Min, our Junior Miss Galaxy Canada, is in the chat, and she says, "Hi, Queens." So hello, Nicole. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot of Galaxy love in the chat, and if any of you have questions for Irene, make sure you leave them in the comments. I did want to ask you a little bit about your coaching, because you are coaching with someone who is in a different province, in a different time zone. What has that been like for you?
It was actually really good, because Maria is really like easy to work with, and she scheduled her time, and with my time, I just have like 1 hour before.
Yeah, you're an hour ahead.
I'm an hour before, and it was really easy. She's amazing to work with, and if I have to cancel last minute, because sometimes happen with my job, I have to go to a meeting at night, and sometimes that's changed, and it was really easy. I know I have to send her video, and she can coach me on that, and the interview part also was really really good. So even if she's not in the same province, the experience was really worth it.
That's great. Yeah. Well, we had Maria on the show, and just seeing the support that she's had from all of her pageant gals, and all the support that she gives everyone, it's amazing to see. And hopefully you'll get to meet her, if you haven't already, face to face in person when you're in Toronto in a few months. But Galaxy is coming very quickly. We had the virtual orientation this past week, and there's 2 months until nationals. What are you looking most forward to the Canada Galaxy National Pageant?
It's gonna be my first like really international pageant. is it international?
National.
No,
Yeah.
national.
Not
National.
yet, not yet.
Not yet, not yet. Yeah, I've been to one international in 2017, but it's gonna be my first for a Canadian title because the last time I went to Florida, I earned the title in my province to go there. So I really looking forward to like knowing the system better and how it's work and to meet all of the delegates, of course, because we have different group, like a group from New Brunswick and we have a group of misses and we have a different groups of chat. So it's nice when we talk to each other there, but it's gonna be like after like a year, almost a year and a half. So it's gonna be like really fun to see like everybody in person, and of course meeting Cindy. For me, is like a biggest thing because I was a Big Brother fan before before that, and I told her that like the pageant is a thing, but meeting her gonna be another thing.
That is amazing. I know someone like Elizabeth. I know she was a Big Brother fan, and so that's kind of how she found Galaxy. Is that how you found Galaxy as well, or?
Yeah, I saw that. I already saw like a thing on Facebook a couple of years ago, but when she had the direction, I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try that one. Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited for you to finally meet Cindy. She is the joy and the life of the party. So I'm sure whatever you see on TV and whatever you see on social media, that energy that she has, be prepared for it.
And she's amazing. Like as a director, she always there for us. And even if we had like Liz who's doing like the trend the part that we can contact her, but even if we contact Cindy, she also answer, and that's really like nice from a director because they're not all like that, and that's really important because it's a big pageant, a big franchise, franchise.
Yep.
So and she handled it like amazing. Yeah.
Well, you've mentioned that you've been doing pageantry for over 20 years now. How many pageants do you think you've done?
I didn't do that much because I started at the age of 16 and I got Felix at the age of 20, so I took a long break. So I did, before I got I did maybe like 3 pageant, like regional one, and after that I did like I started back doing pageant at the age of maybe 30. Is it 30? I think again. So it's hard to tell, but maybe I didn't like with the virtual and everything. I did at least 10, maybe 10 pageant.
Wow.
But I judge a lot of pageant here in New Brunswick, in the north of New Brunswick. So that maybe helped with the experience that I got.
And is pageantry big in New Brunswick?
Yes, we have like we have a lot of small regional pageant, like, and they're always like for fundraising most of the time. And of course, we have the Miss New Brunswick title, and we have the Mrs. Atlantic Canada pageant also. Sorry, that is based here in New Brunswick. So there are 2 big pageant, and we have another Miss New Brunswick more in the north, in the south, sorry, in the Fredericton area. So those are the biggest one, but we also have a lot of small, like, virtual one, and well, for now. And we also have like I said, a lot of for maybe for festival, and we have also for fundraising. So that, it's a big thing. I can say it like that. It's a big thing.
That's amazing. I've never been to New Brunswick, but I definitely want to.
Oh, you have to. It's a beautiful place.
I actually have not been to a lot of places in Canada, but I think I need to once things start to open up. So Irene, I can't think anymore. It's Monday. My brain shut off for a second. Oh my God. Okay, so anyways, so Irene, there is a segment on this show which is 5 tips from a beauty queen. And you have had many years experience as a pageant competitor, but also as a pageant judge and just a pageant fan altogether. So what would be your 5 pageant tips for anyone who's watching us today?
So one of my tips is be natural and be you. Don't try to be somebody else when you're not, because judge see that and other people see that. So that's my first tip. And be confident with who you are. Like, own what you do and own being on stage, own having fun, and own what you say. So it's an important thing. My God, I have found 3 more. Another tip: be prepared. Really, be prepared. It's my first time having a coach, like I said, and I wish I could do that earlier, because they teach you things that you're not really thinking about. Like, if you think you're walking the good way, if people never like show you the right way or help you with how can I say that?
If you
Not help you to I'm searching the word.
do you want to do your tips in French? Because you can.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna be good. No, it's okay. I'm gonna be good. If they're not helping you to do better, like, you're never gonna improve. Improve was the word that I was searching for. So yeah. My God, 2 more tips. I don't know. Like, it's easy when you think, okay, I have to think about it. But when they don't come. Is it okay if I'm just doing French?
Yeah, that's what. Like I said, if you want to do your tips, the last 2 in French, because maybe it's
Yeah.
easier, by all means, you can as well. We're bilingual here. Don't worry.
Yeah. So maybe geez, I don't know.
No worries, no worries. So
Yeah.
that's 3 tips from a beauty queen.
Yeah,
That's
3
no
tips.
problem, no problem. So Irene, if people had questions for you, or maybe had some questions, yeah, where could they find you online?
I have an Instagram account, and I'm also on Facebook. Most of the time, Facebook is the easiest way to contact me. On my personal page or my pageant page. I also have one. Is Irène McLaughlin, Mrs. Galaxy, Péninsule Acadienne 2020 and 2021. So yeah, you can reach me there, like, every time.
Perfect. So I've put the links in the description. So make sure after today's show you go ahead and follow her, because her journey is amazing, and just watching her continue to grow is amazing as well. So Irene, you're a mom. Are married now. Do you have anything to say, or any tips for maybe moms who want to join pageantry but are not sure about pageants?
Yeah, for sure. Like, don't, like, go for it. Like, if it's a thing you want to do, your family, even if they don't always support you, are gonna go and follow what you're doing, because they're gonna see it's a passion for you. And for your kids, I know sometimes it's hard to leave them at behind, because you don't want to go. Maybe if they're younger, it's easy to bring them with you, but if they're like Felix, a teenager, and they don't want to follow, like, follow your dream. The only thing I can add to that maybe is they're gonna see that, like, you're not that you keep going with what you want to do, and that's just gonna be an example for them to follow your dream and follow to go and make new experience in life.
Perfect. And guess what? You just gave us 5 tips, so thank you. I got
When you don't think about it.
Exactly.
When you don't overthink about it, that's the
Exactly. And that's why I did what I did, because I was like, I know there's more in there. We just have to get it out of her.
Yeah.
Well,
Dig more, but you got it.
I got it. I have my ways. Don't worry, Irene. No, but those are great tips, because there are some moms out there, women out there, who feel like, okay, I'm a mom now, I need to stop following my dreams and put my children first. But you said it best, right? Continue to do what you love and they'll follow. I think it goes with everything else in life too, not just with pageantry, but any hobby or interest or talent that you might have. Just because you're a mom doesn't mean you have to stop, which is what I think is great as well about a system like Galaxy, is because you could be a mom, you could be a single mom, and you can still compete. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, because the first person who needs to be happy is you before your family. Is if you're not feeling well and you're not doing the things you like, they're gonna feel it, and they're not gonna be happy because you cannot provide them what they need. So that's an important thing.
And I think that's great, and it's so empowering to see not just yourself but other moms out there. I know Sarah's watching, as well as some of the Mrs. Galaxy Canada contestants, and just seeing your journey as a mom and how you're able to use your village to help you get to where you're going. So I'm so excited to see where you go and how things end up in August. But earlier, Irene, you mentioned your platform.
Yes.
What is your platform?
My platform is Cherish a Cause. When I started, I wasn't sure, really, I just can't set my mind on just helping a cause or just helping a cause, because they are all important. So with Cherish a Cause, the thing that I do is I'm doing fundraiser to help every cause or every organization that needs money to keep producing or keep doing their things. And I also help families, and that's the thing that really is a beautiful thing about pageantry, is not that I can't do that without pageant, but it's giving us a push to do those things. And so that's really the main thing of Cherish a Cause, is to help everybody, because every cause is important.
No, that's 100% true. Sometimes it is hard to just narrow it down to one, and if you have such a big heart, why only pick one, right? So no, I think that's amazing. So what would you say has been, because I've been following everyone's social medias and I've seen a lot of the things that you've been doing, dropping off donations, stuff like that. What would be your favorite appearance to date, seeing as how you've had your title for 2 years?
Almost 2 years. I think the one that I not like the most, because they are all important, but is I'm on the committee of the Breakfast Foundation Club here in the New Brunswick, and that's a cause that really come important to me, because I have a kids and it's important they all eat before going to school. So I did the 649 envelopes for them, and I raised a 1,000K, is it the correct word?
$1,000?
Yeah, $1,000 for the foundation. Wow. So, and I'm on that committee since 2 years now. So it was really an important part of the appearance that I'm doing. Well, if I can say, my favorite one.
And that was just recently, right?
It was in September. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I did another one, another 649 ticket sale. This just finished last weekend. It was for a little girl who has diabetes type 1, and she needs a pump, and I raised $850 for her with that drop.
Wow.
So I like helping everybody. So when I saw that on Facebook, if I could help, that's really important, because it's not anybody who has a chance to organize fundraising. Is not easy. You have to have time to do that. You have to have contact to do that. So that's why I like doing that with my platform.
I think that's amazing, especially it seems like every charity that you help gets a lot from you, and I think that's amazing to see and hear that you are able to not just touch the lives of one person, but many people. I think
Yeah.
$1,000 to that the first charity that you were talking about with making sure kids go to school fed is very important, especially during the time of this pandemic, right? Where some kids are at home and we don't know their circumstance. So I think what you're doing is great, and it shows that, you are a beauty with a purpose and with a heart. And I think that is stunning on the inside and out. And I just love hearing your story.
Thank you. I don't. It's really important because I like to shine when I'm on stage, but when I'm not, I like to stay like behind. Like I'm not doing that because I want to have my name all over the place. I'm doing that because they need support, or every organization needs support, and that's really the purpose of why I'm doing that.
I love that. I love hearing your story, like I said. I love hearing the journey that you've been on and continue to be on. So, I guess my next question to you is, if you were to win Mrs. Galaxy Canada 2022, what would you like to continue to do or see done with your reign?
Well, for now with my platform, I'm all like in the north of the province, and I wish I just could expand that like all over the province, of course, and even in other provinces of Canada, of course, if I had a chance to promote that platform, that would be great, and to continue like empowering women, and if I can just like encourage one of them to do like, oh, if she can do that, I can do that also. That's a thing that I would love to do if I'm winning the Mrs. Galaxy Canada title.
Oh my goodness. That gives me chills just hearing about what your goals are. I love asking people that. Like, I love learning about what your goals are with the title that you're currently going for. But a question that I also like asking people, I'm not sure if you've seen me ask people this, but if it wasn't Canada Galaxy, what would be your dream title to have?
It's a hard question because I could not say I would love to have the Miss Canada Universe title because I'm too old for that.
There's a Mrs. Canada, a Mrs. Universe Canada.
There's one. That's true. There's one. I forgot about it. But yeah, maybe the Mrs. Canada Universe title. Yeah, that could be a good another one.
Well, that just means after Galaxy, we have to have you back on here on your way to doing Well, obviously, after winning Mrs. Universe or Mrs. Canada Galaxy, baby steps, Irene, baby steps.
Yeah, I know. I know because I like the fact when I joined Canada Galaxy, I didn't look any other title because I really want to focus on this one, and so that was an hard question because I was like I saw some other pageant, but I didn't really look into them. So I asked questions, but I'd never go further than that.
No, that's fine. Pageants, there's no limit to the age that you can be when you compete. No. So, this is just. You said that you did pageants and then you took a break because of your son, and now you're back in it. This is just the next page in your pageant journey, so don't worry.
Yeah. the things change, like the age changed in the last like maybe 5 or maybe 10 years. The age changed. We didn't see a lot of Mrs. or Mrs. or Ms. Before in the other kind of pageant. It was always like stopping at the age of 26 or 30 if you were lucky. But that's a great thing. Like pageant evolve, and that's pretty amazing for every girl who wants to enter and every woman who wants to enter. They don't like just have like, okay, I'm 26, I'm done now. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of perspective. Yeah, in front of you.
Exactly. There's so many more options there for everyone. Yeah. And I think it's great. I think pageantry is evolving as much as all of us pageant girls are evolving. So it's great. It's great to see that you started at 16, but you'd never stopped. And I think it's very inspiring. And I think, it's inspiring for your son as well to see that mom can do it too. If mom can do it and follow her dreams at any age, at any point in her life, then he can do it as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That's great. So Irene, I know English is not your first language, and there's going to be a lot of, I guess, English-speaking girls and women at Canada Galaxy. Are you ready to use up all of your English for the weekend?
Yes, I will. Maybe, like I said to the girl in our Mrs. group, like, sometimes I want to answer you, but you're always on another subject. But in person, it's going to be, like, more easier to do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be able to, like, talk one-on-one, and that's going to be, it's just really the translation part that's, like, okay, yeah, that's the word I need to use. And it's not that I don't understand. I understand everything perfectly. It's not the problem. Mm-hmm. It's really, like, taking the time, and sometimes, my time is past and I just cannot answer anybody, but that's life.
No, it happens. Like, I know, for example, my mom, if she's speaking to someone in the Philippines and then I call her brain is still on Tagalog mode or Filipino mode, so it comes out, and sometimes my stepdad will be like, what? So I understand it, so it's fine. So it's similar in your sense where you understand everything we're saying. It's just, I get it. Don't worry. I'm just excited to have you as the first bilingual French Canadian on the Pageant Sit Down. Canada's huge, and the pageant community is growing, and I'm just happy that you were the first one.
Thank you for the invitation.
You're so welcome.
Yeah. I was really stressed, like I said before it started, but now it's perfect. I know. Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm so excited, like I said, to have you here, and I'm sure all the ladies who are watching and men who are watching are excited to learn more about you. So Irene, what is something that we can expect from you on stage at Canada Galaxy in a few months?
I'm someone, when I'm on stage, I like being there. So I'm confident when I'm on stage. Well, I feel like I'm confident, so that's helping. And I just want to hope people are going to see me like the classic and the simple girl from the north of New Brunswick who wants to make a difference in the world, and that's how I'm gonna present myself on stage, like normal, natural, but I like being there, so I think it's gonna be like that.
So does that mean we're gonna have to pull you off the stage if you enjoy it so much?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, Irene, let's go. Your time is up.
I was practicing with Maria the walk on the eel class, and we were doing the evening gown, and she said, like, Irene, it's good, but you need to go faster. And I said, okay. I like being there, but I know I have to go a little more faster.
No, I mean, if you enjoy being there, that's great. There's some people who hate being on stage.
Yeah,
so
I like that. When I was young, I wanted to be a mannequin, but
You wanted to be a mannequin?
Yeah, when I was young, yeah, really. I'm like 5'10", and I was like the shape perfect in that time. So that's why I always wanted to go on stage. That was a thing who made me start pageantry at the age of 16, changing costume, because here we have like the pageant are more like we have like a team for the pageant, and we have like costume to do like 5 or 6 costume when we came out. So it was really fun to do like those costume at home and have the chance to showcase them on stage. So that's the thing that pushed me there.
So you mean modeling? Okay, I was
Yeah,
like mannequin. So mannequin, I was like, oh, modeling. Okay, perfect.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh yes, it's mannequin. It's mannequin in French.
Oh, okay. Mannequin
Yeah.
in English is like the statue that you put the clothes on.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
no,
why I was
sorry.
like, huh?
No, sorry. Modeling.
No,
Yeah,
that makes more
yeah.
sense. That makes more sense.
Yeah, mannequin is in French. Sorry about that.
Word of the
I
day.
didn't realize.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah. Like stay there and don't move.
Exactly. I was like, that doesn't make sense, but I think I figured it out. No,
Yeah.
you know, modeling is actually where I wanted to go to as well. So it makes sense that, you know, you went from modeling to pageantry because they definitely do go hand in hand. And especially in a system like Galaxy where you have fashion wear, you have swimwear, you have even, so you're going to have so many chances to be on stage. So now I'm going to be watching you when you're on stage just to see, one, how long it takes you to get off stage, and two, just see you shine.
If I saw you like go back, I'm gonna understand. I need to go.
Irene, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, for all of those who are watching, Elizabeth, I know you're the delegate coordinator. Make sure you time Irene and be like, girl, I gotta go.
Make me sign or something.
Exactly.
Flashlight sign. Get out.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No. You know, if as long as you enjoy what you're doing, I'm sure the judges wouldn't mind. Because like I said, there's some people who are on stage and they hate being on stage and they run off right away. And then there's people who just enjoy it and thrive off of it. And I think, you know, as long as you're enjoying it and you look great and you're confident, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but I know we are a lot of girls to go, so I need to don't take too much time.
Totally.
But it's not that I wanted to do it on purpose. It's just like
you just thrive off of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you have like a stage at home then that you just walk on, or is it just?
No, I have I just have my behind me. That's the only part of where I'm you know, practice. But sometimes at work I have like a long corridor, is it right? So I'm walking like
you strut your walk.
Yeah, I'm practicing with my heels. Well, I always work with heels, so that's helping me a lot too. I have a small place like that.
So wait, so when you got married then and there was like the aisle, did you strut your way down the aisle or did you take your time?
Well, we didn't have really the aisle thing because we were in the center, so I have to go like between the table. But I think I did it really fast because I was nervous.
So that was the one time that you were center of attention and you're like, no.
Yeah, because when I came in, everybody stood up. I was like, oh, geez, I need to go fast.
You're used to people sitting down and being on stage. That's why.
Yeah. That's different because, you know, you're a bit higher and you saw everybody. But I was walking like, and they were all at the same level as me. I was like, okay, they're all looking at me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, at least, you know, we've had 2 years off from pageantry, almost 2 years off, and things are starting to open up again. So Irene, you will be back on stage soon. Don't worry. What is it like being in New Brunswick with this whole pandemic? Because I know you guys had a bubble going on for a little bit. Are you still in lockdown? What's going on with COVID in New Brunswick?
Yeah, for now, we're going into the green phase. Is it phase? Yeah. The one that we don't have any restriction at all. Nice. For now, we're in the step 2 of it. Everybody, well, the province needs to be 75% vaccinated to have that. And before going to green, we have to all of those 75% need to be vaccinated twice. So they're hoping by the beginning of August we're going to be green and like with no restriction at all. So, and they have opening to the rest of the Canada, so we can travel now. And when people came in, they don't have to quarantine. So at the beginning, they have to quarantine for 2 weeks before like going, I don't know, to a restaurant or going into the public. But now, if you're like vaccinated, I think it's you have 1 doses, you can like, you don't need to be quarantined anymore. It was harder for the family who was people who was traveling for work. It was really harder for them, but for my part, it was okay because my husband is working from down here, so it was okay for that. But I know it was really hard on some people. But school and everything, that wasn't easy for the teenager. Also, they have to study from home and they have to go to school and come back. But they adapt themselves. And hopefully, beginning of August, we're going to be green and free for all. I hope so.
And then you'll be on your way to Ontario, and I can't wait. It's just so exciting now that the world, or at least Canada, is starting to open up again, and just being able to kind of live normally, and to see pageants still happening. The juniors are going to Texas, so I'm excited to see that pageant happen. The world is happening again.
Yeah, that was really like a relief. Like when they said we can travel, and it wasn't just only for the pageant, but it was like for everything. If you want to go on vacation, at least we can go to Quebec or we can go to Nova Scotia. Going when you do around the province for 1 year, you see almost, you don't see everything, but you see the most of it. So it's gonna be easy. Like I can live with mask on. Like it's okay. But at least if we can travel, that's better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Irene, I'm again looking so excited to meeting you in person and seeing you on stage and just enjoy every moment of it. And just to continue watching your journey, you have an amazing platform, which I think a lot of people should look into. I think it's great that you don't just, look into just one cause, but your heart is so big that you need to fill it with more than one, and you're changing the lives of many people while you do it. So as we start to wrap things up, do you have any last minute or last things that you would like to talk about or share with our viewers?
I think maybe no. I don't think so, because like at the pageant, I just want to have fun and I just want everybody to feel comfortable, like talking with me, and I don't want anybody to be like, oh well, is she gonna understand? Yes, I am, but maybe if I'm not responding too fast, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. But no, pageant changed my life when I started that, and as long as I'm gonna be able to continue, I'm gonna continue it. Every time I say it's my last one, but another one came in. Try again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I love the disclaimer because I guess it can be intimidating when you're a French Canadian going into a pageant where a lot of them speak English. But no, Irene does speak great English and she understands very well. I've learned that now twice. So don't worry, Irene. I will talk to you if nobody else will. But I'm sure they will. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Yeah, they're all amazing women out there, so I'm sure they will.
Exactly. Well,
yeah.
Irene, I'm just so grateful again to have had you on the show today. I know you are an hour ahead, so it is getting late there in New Brunswick, but I'm just so grateful to have had the opportunity to have this conversation with you and to get to know you a little bit more. I do want to thank you as well for supporting my small business of Deliciousness Treats.
Oh, so good.
You're the furthest that I've ever sent an order to so far, so I'm just so grateful that you are supporting me and supporting everyone else. Like I said, you have such a big heart, and having more than one cause that you support is great. So thank you so much for sharing your evening with us tonight, and
thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Like I said, I'm looking forward to meeting you in a few months. It's so crazy to think that Canada Galaxy is in 2 months, and we'll all be together after this 2 years of preparation. So I can't wait. Again, Irene, thank you so much for joining us today. And to all of you who tuned in, if you enjoyed today's conversation, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you are interested, I do go live twice a week. In fact, there is a change of schedule this week. I will not be going live on Wednesday, but we are going back to back, and I will be live tomorrow, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another Canada Galaxy finalist. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. Irene, again, thank you so much for spending your Monday evening with us and for sharing your story with all of us today.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure to have me. For me to be here, not joining me. Yeah.
You're so welcome. And to everyone, I'll see you all tomorrow. And Irene, I will see you in a few months. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.